Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan-generated game. When we left off in the previous episode, we saw some cat politics, because the clan right now is split 50-50 on whether or not they think Frosta, our current leader, is suitable to continue as leader. You know, some of the cats, after her recent multiple death experience, and after the flashes of clairvoyance she's been having and then falling on patrol. You know, some cats, they think she's way too old and needs to step down and let maybe a younger leader take her place. The other half is very much loyal to her. The other thing that we had was a stagnant love story that is not really worsening, but not really improving either, with Charred Lotus, what am I saying? Oh my goodness, no. Charred Stripe and Locust Leaf. I am so sorry. You two. I just got confused. I just saw these three ginger cats here and I just got so confused. They're almost like clones of each other. Okay. We are going to dive into the cat list to see what everyone is thinking, what everyone is up to, and then we're going to dive into patrol. This episode also is quite exciting because two of our apprentices, actually the only other apprentices we have left, Sandypaw and Scalepaw, are going to be turning into warriors, so we will get to see how they look as adults. So I am quite thrilled about that. Let's get started. So Frosta over here thought she saw a cat, but turns out it's a two-leg object that just looks like one. Okay, and she is mentoring Scalepaw, and I didn't think about this before, but I wonder what it says that Frosta's apprentice is one of the cats who thinks that Frosta should step down. Even though Scalepaw has been very helpful, she thinks that her mentor actually is getting way too old. And maybe because she's apprentice, she's getting an insight into Frosta's life and, you know, seeing kind of more vulnerabilities. Before Scalepaw, Frosta's daughter Smoke Thunder was her apprentice, and Smoke Thunder saw the same kind of vulnerabilities, but maybe because it was her mother, she didn't feel the need to question or see it as a weakness per se. She kind of thought of ways to compensate for that. Interesting. Okay, Snail Dusk is feeling restless. I wonder why. Is something going to happen? Or is it the fact that, you know, she's just getting older, so she's getting restless because she's a deputy and all of that? I don't know. It could also be, guys, that she's getting restless by the state of the clan, because even as deputy, she doesn't support Frosta. So I wonder if, you know, she feels as though this division is going to lead the clan into a very dark place. Okay, Bloomfreckle is eavesdropping on Sandypaw. You are eavesdropping on your son. What is your son doing? I suppose we'll have to wait to find out. Charred Stripe is humming a tune she heard near a two-leg place. Iris Quiver catches extra prey for Leaf Bear. Look at him being so useful. So that's really nice. Cicada Lotus is padding back and forth across camp. Okay, are you concerned about something, Cicada Lotus? Are you concerned about something? I'm not sure. Blue Stripe cleans the clearing of fallen leaves, even though he recently just got injured because of, wasn't it Oleander Whisker, one of the Drift Clan cats? Yeah, one of the Drift Clan cats got into a bit of a fight with Blue Stripe and injured him just as he got out of grieving. So unfortunately, he's kind of medicine cat den bound again. But he's trying to do his best by keeping his area clean and helping out a little bit. And actually his mate is Bloomfreckle, so I feel like Bloomfreckle would feel, she would be fussing over him quite a bit and be quite concerned, so maybe he's trying to help her out so that she doesn't get overwhelmed with her job. Smoke Thunder sticks her tongue out at a mouse that escaped her pounce. Okay, Smoke Thunder over here is being just a little bit childish, but it's good to see she's in good spirits. Okay, Locust Leaf can't keep up with Duck Pelt. We'll have to see what Duck Pelt's doing, but I'm wondering if maybe it's something she's explaining, in her head, or if it's actually physically. She's too excitable right now, doing something that he can't keep up with. Oh, okay. Went out to hunt by herself. That makes sense. So she like darted off to go hunt by herself. Probably after seeing her stepfather, Iris Quiver, bring back extra prey. And so Locust Leaf was trying to catch up to his sister, but then she was so fast he couldn't. And he kind of just gave up, and he's like, okay, you go hunt. I'll just stay here. Either that, or he went to hunt with her, maybe. Maybe he went to hunt with her and he can't keep up with how fast Duckpelt is going because she's like way ahead of him. Okay, Sandypaw is asking Cicada Lotus questions about warrior life. And guys, his mother, Bloomfreckle, was actually eavesdropping. And Cicada Lotus, I think, was pacing back and forth. So okay, this makes sense. So Sandypaw is asking Cicada Lotus questions, and Cicada Lotus is like thinking about these questions and answering them, and almost like in, like a lecture mode, he's walking back and forth while he's talking, and then Bloomfreckle is trying to eavesdrop and listen to what exactly Cicada Lotus is like telling her son, or what her son is asking Cicada Lotus. But that's so cute, especially because this is going to be his final moon as an apprentice with his sister going out on patrols. So, he's going to become a warrior. So he's probably really, really excited about it and wants to hear like how warrior life is like. Okay, Scalepaw is thinking about her life choices. I think this is maybe Scalepaw thinking about maybe reflecting on her loyalty or her disloyalty to Frosta and whether or not that might change, but also how she's going to fit into the clan as a warrior and what she might be able to do to kind of help the clan as it enters this kind of new age where our founders are like getting a lot older. Okay, so I think everyone's ready to go out on patrol. Let's do that and see what kind of things happen. Obviously, first up, we're going to send Bloomfreckle. Hopefully she has a nice, easy time. With Leaffall washing the world in tones of red and brown, Bloomfreckle feels the need to gather as many elder leaves as possible before the season turns and the clan must survive without new stocks during a leaf bare. There's a particular tree in a shelter dip along a stream she wants to check on today. Unfortunately, the elder tree Bloomfreckle has picked out seems to have a bug infestation of some kind, and she doesn't want to use these tattered, diseased-looking leaves. Okay, I think even last moon, she unfortunately didn't manage to get anything. I think she was distracted. So that's not too fun. Okay, let's see what Frosta and Smoke Thunder decide for their apprentices as kind of the final patrol that they're going to have before they become warriors. Okay, so they've both decided to accompany their apprentices on their final patrols, and the deputy Snail Dusk is coming with us, and so is Locust Leaf. So it seems as though Duckpelt is going on a patrol with her father Cicada Lotus and her stepfather Iris Quiver, which is going to be really cute for them. A little bit of family bonding time. But let's go ahead and have a look. The patrol approaches a two-leg nest perched on the beachfront while hunting. Two-leg kids stomp through the sand dunes, scaring away prey and ruining the hunt. Okay, so unfortunately they didn't manage to get much, but maybe this is also a learning for them that sometimes you do have patrols that are very disappointing, but don't be too disappointed by that. It's just, one day out of many days. And finally we have Duckpelt, Cicada Lotus, and Iris Quiver. So let's see what they get up to. Trailing behind the patrol, the dune he's crossing shifts beneath Cicada Lotus's paws. He looks around wildly for safe footing, just as the sand caves in beneath him and the world goes dark. Okay, we have some good skills between everyone. We have mediating, speaking, hunting, swimming, camp keeping, and storytelling. And in terms of traits, we have adventurous, lonesome, and childish. Now, Blue Stripe was actually in this incident. But Blue Stripe, and he was on his own, he managed to get out just fine because he slowly but carefully, got himself unraveled from this. And this time around, we do have 3 cats. So we'll go ahead and see how this proceeds. The patrol works all day to free Cicada Lotus and gets nothing else done. At least they get Cicada Lotus free. So that's good. I don't know how dangerous this can be, and I'm wondering if the warrior, whatchamacallit, focus shifts. You know how we have focuses, or what the clan like prioritizes when they go out on these patrols? If that changes, I wonder how that would affect something like this. Because I keep forgetting, but since Frostar is our leader, we do have that, rest and recover focus when it comes to patrols. So everyone just is more careful and takes more time. But I wonder if that were to change under a different leader, what would happen then? Okay, so our patrol has finished over here. So let's go ahead. And so what I was talking about was this thing. Yeah, the warrior focus over here. And to be honest, I really do feel as though this is not something that would change. Like, we can change it every 3 moons, I think. But I feel like this is something I'm probably only going to change when we get a new leader. Because I feel like the personality of the leader that we have is going to influence what the clan is focusing on in general. And I kind of like that because it feels like the leader is having more of an impact about the way the clan runs and functions. So for example, someone who is bloodthirsty, right, might, like Scalepaw, I probably think would threaten outsiders. So if we were to kind of look through this, I'm not going to change the focus. I'm just curious. So these other stuff is probably the focuses that we need to, pay attention to. But also, I'm wondering, feeding the clan, raiding other clans, hoarding resources, this is probably something that's only in is it the extended version? We're in the classic version. So that kind of would be interesting to explore, wouldn't it? Okay, assisting with herb gathering. The clan will focus on herb gathering. Each medicine cat and the medicine cat apprentice will gather additional herbs on each moon skip due to extra help from the warriors. Okay, and threatening. The relationship with cats outside the clan decreases due to intentionally threatening behavior from your warriors. Yeah, I feel like bloodthirsty cat would focus on this. I would have to see what kind of cat would focus on herb gathering. I suppose with some personalities, we'll have to see like how maybe their stories have developed or lean towards one or the other. And trading with outsiders, the relationship with cats outside of the clan increases as your warriors make efforts to sow seeds of friendship. We obviously have this, the rest and recovering under Frostar. So the clan will take more care and time in their tasks, and therefore the rate of injuries, illnesses, and outbreaks will be reduced. Sabotaging other clans, your mediator and warriors work together to undermine the other clans. Only available if you have a working mediator. Selecting this will also allow you to choose which clans you target. And then helping other clans. Your mediator and warriors, yep, so this is working together. And you can kind of choose which clans to target, which is kind of interesting. So, I wonder how that would change depending on different personalities that you have. I'm not sure like how many different personalities we have within this particular game. I might try and find out. But with some things, like I've tried to find information on certain stuff, but there's just not a comprehensive enough like guide to all of that. Which makes sense. I mean, this is a fan game. So like I've tried looking at the wiki page for this particular game to see if there's like information on certain things, and I just haven't been able to find it. And I've learned stuff from you guys in the comments, more so than when I've tried searching it on the web. So I'll have to see, but if I can find like a list of traits, I might be able to kind of like assign maybe which of these focuses belong or would align with which traits. And so in the future, depending on what kind of leader we have, we can easily just say, okay, so this is the personality they have, this is the focus they're going to have. Okay, anyways, so we've wrapped that up. We need to, this time around, try and defend clans of AutoClan. We're going to try and focus on AutoClan. Try and praise them. Okay, and I'm going to cut the recording here, guys. When we come back, we're going to skip a moon. is time for us to skip a moon and see what sort of things happen. Now, we do have one mated pair that we're looking out for. Locust Leaf and Charred Stripe, so we'll see if they make any progress with their relationship as well. That has been very stagnant, and also we have some, older cats, so I think we are looking for births and deaths as well. Okay, no notices in that section. Okay, during the gathering, Froststar is constantly singing OtterClan's praises. The other leaders don't seem so impressed, but OtterClan's leader is quite pleased. So relations with OtterClan have improved. Snail Dusk will always love Daisy Wish, but has decided to move on. Okay, hold on. So that's interesting. This is the first instance we've kind of had of this where a mate has died. For me to then be able to see how they deal with it or what they do. And I think in the moons before this, we had a little section down here that said current mate, Daisy Wish, and then in brackets dead. So I suppose Snail Dusk has now decided to move on from that, and who knows, she might be open to finding someone else. But she has kind of done her grieving, she has done her remembering, and she's still living, so she's decided that, she still loves what she had with Daisy Wish, but she might be open to finding new company and companionship, or not. She might choose to just stay on her own. But that's kind of interesting. Charred Stripe accidentally trespasses onto RiverClan's territory. Hopefully that didn't make our relations bad. Oh, the warrior ceremonies, that's right. Bloom Freckle and Blue Stripe's eyes meet and they purr with pride as Sandypaw steps forward to receive his new name, Sandy Speckle, and is honored for his audacity. Okay, Sandy Speckle, his parents must be so proud. Oh guys, look at that. He's an adorable little cat. He has the same sprite that I think Daisy Wish did when she was younger, but that is so cute. Okay, he is childish and a great kid sitter, and his mentor, we'll check in a second, but his mentor was the Smoke Thunder. Yeah, his mentor was Smoke Thunder. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, let's take a look at how he was kind of influenced. He was mentored by Smoke Thunder. Smoke Thunder influenced him to be more likely to stay collected, try to avoid violence, and have strong inner morals. When he graduated, he was honored for his audacity. That is so cool, because if you go to Smoke Thunder, she had kind of different things she learned from her mother. And I'm also curious to see how what Smoke Thunder learned is going to differ from what Scalepaw learned, because they both had the same mentor. But for Smoke Thunder, I think it was make your own rules, right? Be adaptable. And what else was it? Hold on a second. Can I... Oh my goodness, Scale Run! Scale Run looks so cool. But I want to see over here real quick. Yeah, over here, it was make your own rules, adapt easily, and refrain from socializing. Whereas what she's passed down to Sandy Speckle is stay collected, avoid violence, and have strong inner morals. You know what? I can kind of say, see this, because I feel like we got an inkling of all of these things from Smoke Thunder in her pursuit of Charred Stripe. Because even though Charred Stripe was being really cold towards her, she tried to, stay collected and kind of find her opportunities where she could. And when Charred Stripe broke up with her, and even in the confusion afterwards, Smoke Thunder, and when Smoke Thunder found out that Charred Stripe hated her, she didn't argue or anything like that. She has always kind of stayed away from confrontations, and sometimes we feel like she has a bit of an avoidant personality, and I feel like that kind of shows in avoid violence. But despite it, I feel like Smoke Thunder has continued to try and, befriend Charred Stripe and be kind to her and be nice to her and be there for her. So I feel like have strong inner morals. We've kind of seen in Smoke Thunder's behavior. So I kind of like that she has then passed all of that on to Sandy Speckle. But we have a lot of great kid sitters in the clan, which is kind of nice. Okay, so that's really cool. And heading back here, Froststar gathers the clan for a meeting. She has spent many moons training Scalepaw, and it's time for her to be granted her warrior name. Froststar gives her the name Scalerun and honors her level-headedness. Okay, and I kind of find it interesting that Sandy Speckle is honored for audacity. You know, being the charming person he is. Honored for audacity. Especially when his mentor, I feel like, imparted a lot of, like, softer sort of things to him. You know, like a softer personality, but that's kind of interesting. And then Scalerun, despite being bloodthirsty, is the one who gets honored for level-headedness. Maybe Froststar was really proud of how Scalerun, yes, like confronted rogues and dangers when she needed to, but despite her, you know, desire to get into fights, the fact that she could kind of control herself showed a level of, well, level-headedness. So that's kind of nice. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at Scalerun. Okay, she is cold and a great hunter. So I feel like the great hunter definitely goes into her personality, but the fact that she's cold. Now, who else? There was someone else we had in the clan that was kind of influenced to be cold. Who was influenced to be cold? Someone was influenced to be cold. I don't remember who it was. Was it someone who... Did it get switched? Oh no, it must have been one of the Drift Clan cats. I can't remember who it was, but I feel like one of the Drift Clan cats was influenced to be cold. Might have been like Egg Nudge. Hold on a second. Might have been Egg Nudge and Wispy Glen. Oh my goodness. Drift Clan has like gone down quite a bit in their... My goodness. They've actually gone down quite a bit in their numbers. I suppose they've had quite a few bit of deaths. But that's kind of interesting. That is kind of interesting. Oh wow. But yeah, I think it was it Egg Nudge? No, it was Whisper Eagle. Whisper Eagle. He was mentored by his mother Alwhisker, who we got a notice died not too long ago. But he was influenced to kind of be cold. So that's kind of intriguing. And then these are the kittens down here. That was it. Even these guys. So, you know, Jump Lotus, Mulberry Claw. They look very close to what Sandy? I can't remember his warrior name, guys. I can't remember his warrior name. Sandy Speckle. Okay, because I've been thinking of Scalerun. But yes, Sandy Speckle and Scalerun. Okay, they look a lot like Sandy Speckle. And then these cats down here, they were the newest cats that, like the last batch of kittens we discovered and sent over to Drift Clan. And they're adults now. So that's kind of interesting to see. So we have, Sharp Freckle, Mantis Mist, and Grackle Speck. It's kind of interesting. But this is kind of... I feel like the Drift Clan is our, backup genetic material. You know? they're the backup genetic material for when our clan gets so closely related that we literally cannot sustain breeding within the clan anymore. Then we start bringing in cats from Drift Clan. But okay, Scalerun, let's see how your personality was influenced by your mentor, who was Froststar. And Froststar is lonesome, actually. So I can kind of see how that might have influenced Scalerun. Okay, she was mentored by Froststar. Froststar influenced her to be more likely to be friendly towards others, make their own rules, and be consistent. Froststar helped her become better at hunting. When she graduated, she was honored for level-headedness. Okay, so again, she had the same mentor as Smoke Thunder, the clan leader, and they both learned kind of different things, or they were influenced in different ways, which is so cool to see. So we just saw what Smoke Thunder was influenced like, and for her, it was, oh geez, was it make your own rules? Make your own rules? This is so bad. Why am I forgetting? Why am I forgetting? I know it was also don't socialize as much. But yeah, make your own rules and adapt. So make your own rules, adapt, and socialize less was what she learned. Make your own rules, which, you know, Scaleron also kind of had imparted onto her. Make your own rules from the clan leader. But then for Smoke Thunder, it was adapt more easily and socialize less. Whereas for Scaleron, it's be more friendly towards others and be consistent. So I love how they are learning different things or being influenced in different ways, even by the same cat. And I wonder if maybe some of Frostar's, like what she imparted to her daughter, would have been, you know, a little bit more different because it was her daughter. So I almost wonder if for Frostar, it was kind of important that her daughter make her own rules and basically, you know, try not to let others define her, which I feel like we've kind of seen even in her transition. And then with the adapting, I almost wonder if Frostar is trying to protect Smoke Thunder and kind of make it so that, you know, should something happen to Frostar, Smoke Thunder will be able to adapt to that kind of situation and that kind of clan, like maybe even under someone else's leadership, and continue. And then socialize less, again, I feel like maybe Frostar's trying to protect Smoke Thunder, you know, not get too attached to everyone and too caught up with everyone, so that the losses hit you hard. I feel like maybe it was Frostar like preparing. Whereas over here, Frostar seems as though she's actually encouraging Scaleron to be friendly towards others. You know, I suppose curbing some of that bloodthirstiness. Like, yes, try to connect with others, try and stay like a community and a strong clan. Maybe because Frostar is noticing, or has been noticing, that the clan's starting to get divided, and she doesn't want the division to continue. And then obviously making their own rules. I feel like Scaleron is already quite independent, so she's probably leaning into that. And, you know, saying to be consistent with whatever path you kind of pick, whatever goals you kind of have. Even something as small as, like, if you go on a hunt and you are trying to ensure that you get food for the clan and fresh kill for the clan, maybe sometimes not be too ambitious and try and fight everything you come across, or, you know, want to get something bigger and bigger and bigger. Even if it's something small that you get on every patrol, try and be consistent and make you get that something small in every patrol. Like, become someone who's reliable, basically. So it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I almost wonder if Frostar was trying to balance out Scaleron so that Scaleron could be a good support to Smoke Thunder. Okay. I kind of like that. I kind of like the direction that everyone's going in. And now it is time for us to take a look at the relationships. So, the clan notices Cicada Lotus and Scalepaw share patrols more often. Okay, so she is sharing patrols with... They're not related. Well, her grandfather's mate. So, you know, they're family. I mean, yes. Somehow. Very, very thinly. Not blood related, but through relations. Okay, so there's that. Cicada Lotus and Iris Quiver have been sickeningly lovey-dovey all day. So they've been bonding quite a bit. They even went on a patrol together with Duck Pelt, so they probably feel really good, connected as a family. And okay, so this is before they had with the youngsters, before the warrior ceremony. Scalepaw wonders when Bloomfreckle learned so much about cat anatomy. Oh, and that's her mother, so she's spending time with her mother. And Bloomfreckle is the medicine cat. Locust Leaf goes out of his way to help Bloomfreckle with something without being asked. Okay, and he's helping his mother, so I really like the fact. Actually, no, that's not his mother. That is not his mother. I'm confusing him. No. That is not his mother. Locust Leaf. Yeah, Bloomfreckle is his mate's best friend. Well, Childstripe's best friend. And he's pursuing Childstripe, so yeah, that makes sense. But also, he's just generally been really helpful since he was a little kitten, so again, makes sense. Okay, Frosta always tries to avoid making Duckpelt the leader of a patrol. I feel like we've kind of seen this development between Frosta and Duckpelt, where Duckpelt has been, from her apprentice days, always trying to step up beyond her limitations and her fears and be a strong support to the clan leader. And Frosta recognizes that and includes her, but it almost feels like there's an inkling of doubt. And Frosta never quite gives Duckpelt the really difficult roles. It's almost as though Frosta tries to assign Duckpelt, the easy things, but then Duckpelt keeps finding ways to step up. So, And the interesting thing is that Duckpelt is actually loyal to Frosta, whereas Duckpelt's brother Locust Leaf is not. So maybe Locust Leaf actually sees that his sister keeps trying to please Frosta and support Frosta, but Frosta doesn't entirely let her shine. So maybe that's one of the reasons why Locust Leaf doesn't support Frosta as leader. And maybe part of him is frustrated that his sister can't see the same. Okay, Frosta is telling Bloomfreckle a story, so she's spending some time with the medicine cat, and you know what, she has a lot of experience being a medicine cat, so she probably is sharing that with Bloomfreckle as well. Maybe they're exchanging medicine cat stories. Okay, Iris Quiver surprises Snail Dusk with something nice, which is very sweet. Snail Dusk is giving Childstripe a task. Yep, and then Snail Dusk decided to move on from Daisy Wish. Iris Quiver stayed up all night thinking of ways to impress Cicada Lotus. So, guys, I keep feeling like in all the stuff, all the events that I've been seeing, I think I mentioned this in the previous episode too, I feel like Iris Quiver has always been the one to like Cicada Lotus more. And actually, why don't we jump to the mediator and actually just have a quick look? I'm not gonna do anything, but just have a quick look at how they feel about each other. So Iris Quiver and Cicada Lotus. Yeah. So if we look over here, Cicada Lotus, obviously is in love with Iris Quiver and has a lot of platonic love for him and feels secure with him. But Iris Quiver loves Cicada Lotus romantically and platonically and admires him and feels secure around him and relies on him. So I think it's quite clear that Iris Quiver has always been the one kind of chasing Cicada Lotus. He's always been the one to have more feelings for Cicada Lotus. And he's trying to impress him right now, so that's kind of intriguing. It's a sense we've gotten, so I'm glad it's come across, and that the stats do show it. Okay, a clanmate that Iris Quiver wanted to get to know better is already friends with Locust Leaf. Okay, so who did he want to get to know better? That is already friends with Locust Leaf. How would I approach this? Is this going to be someone that Locust Leaf is close to? And and Iris Quiver is not? Is it maybe someone Iris Quiver has the lowest relationship with? Let's check who Locust Leaf is friends with. And it says clanmate. So you know what we'll try and do is kind of see. Hold on a second, guys. This is going to take some finagling. Okay, so he has Snail Dusk. I mean, it's a clan mate, so it could be his father, but Iris Quiver is, mates with his father. So we have Snail Dusk, Charred Stripe, and Duck Pelt. But Iris Quiver is close to Duck Pelt. So Snail Dusk and Charred Stripe. Wait, Snail Dusk, Charred Stripe. Hold on. Snail Dusk. You know what? Maybe, okay, Snail Dusk is up here. So if we go by the cats they both like, but aren't too close to, the only cat who is not here is Charred Stripe. But Charred Stripe is like really close to Locust Leaf. Yeah. So maybe Iris Quiver wanted to get to know Charred Stripe. Jeez. Wanted to get to know Charred Stripe better. But maybe, yeah, she's closer to Locust Leaf. Already friends with Locust Leaf. I mean, they're mates, obviously. But Locust Leaf is pursuing her. So, I don't know. Maybe he couldn't find an opportunity. Maybe Iris Quiver cannot find an opportunity to chat and befriend Charred Stripe a little bit more because Locust Leaf keeps getting in the way. Maybe. Not entirely sure about that. Okay. Charred Stripe scoffed loudly at one of Snail Dusk's suggestions. Okay, that's not good, but then again, they have been butting heads, I feel like, for a while now. Okay, and then Charred Stripe, and you know what, maybe with the... I'm still thinking about the Iris Quiver and Locust Leaf, the friends thing. Maybe Iris Quiver also is getting a little bit annoyed at his stepson for persistently getting in the way of him trying to, talk to even Charred Stripe. Maybe because he's thinking that I've seen things go south for Smoke Thunder and Charred Stripe, and if you keep, pestering her, then you might just annoy her enough for her to hate you too. So maybe he's kind of, disappointed, or he's trying to advise his stepson, we'll say. Maybe he's trying to advise his stepson. Either that, actually another thought is coming to my head, right? He wanted to get to know better, he's already friends with Locust Leaf. Maybe Iris Quiver, guys, wants to help Locust Leaf because their love story has been quite stagnant lately. And he's offering to go talk to Charred Stripe to see what she thinks. But Locust Leaf is the type who's like, no, I've got it under control. If I need to talk, I'll talk to her myself. I don't need someone else talking to her and finding out her thoughts for me. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe Iris Quiver offered to go talk, and Locust Leaf was like, no, it's okay, stepdad, I've got it under control. So I think I like that particular reasoning a lot better than what I had going on before. Because that, yeah, I feel more at peace with this. Okay, Charred Stripe sees that Smoke Thunder's piece of prey looks tastier and asks if she'd like to swap. She agrees happily, saying she likes that one better. Yeah, guys, look at this. Even though Locust Leaf love story is stagnant, Charred Stripe and Smoke Thunder have been interacting a lot more with each other. I want to see if the hatreds come down. And to be honest, I think it's just because Charred Stripe no longer feels pressured. Because she's kind of made her thoughts clear. So she's okay with the interaction between them. But look, Smoke Thunder continues to be really, really considerate of Charred Stripe. Because Charred Stripe wanted her prey and Smoke Thunder gave the prey up. She was happy to swap. Okay. Oh, finally! Charred Stripe and Locust Leaf have been sickeningly lovey-dovey all day. Guys, we finally saw some movement. I kind of love the way this is progressing because Iris Quiver offered to talk. Locust Leaf said, no, I have it under control. And maybe they had a bit of a disagreement, and maybe Iris Quiver made some comments about, you're not doing much better than Smoke Thunder was. And I think Locust Leaf didn't like that. And then he probably saw Charred Stripe and Smoke Thunder have a moment when they were swapping prey, and Locust Leaf thought, oh my goodness, Smoke Thunder is making all this effort even though she's been rejected. I am literally actively pursuing her. She hasn't rejected me. What am I doing? I need to get my stuff together. And so he boldly went for Charred Stripe, and she actually reciprocated. So, that's adorable. But I kind of like how maybe the conversation with his stepfather and then seeing Smoke Thunder like spurred Locust Leaf into action, and we finally got something happening. Nice. And then we have Blue Stripe nuzzling against Bloom Freckle and purring. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. And no doubt he would feel very, very, like a lot of comfort, very comfortable with Bloom Freckle. Smoke Thunder hears a nice story about Duckpelt. Okay, so they hang out together. Duckpelt doesn't believe Locust Leaf when he explains that a rumor about him is false. A rumor about him? A rumor about him. You know what? I'm gonna twist this a little bit. You know how beforehand we were talking about the split loyalties that Locust Leaf and Duckpelt have when it comes to Frostar, because Duckpelt supports Frostar, even though Frostar seems like she's not letting her shine entirely, but Locust Leaf sees this. Maybe Locust Leaf finally went and was trying to explain to his sister, you know, what he sees and what it looks like and what the reality is, and maybe Duckpelt didn't believe him. She's been so loyal and dedicated to Frostar that maybe she doesn't believe that Frostar would kind of stop her or prevent her from reaching her highest potential. So I think that's why they're having a bit of a disagreement. Yeah, I think that's what it's about. Because the rumor could also be that he's not a loyalist, and maybe Duckpelt, you know, confronted Locust Leaf about it, and they had a disagreement about all of that. Okay, Smoke Thunder gives up on trying to reassure Duckpelt, but I think, guys, after this conversation, Duckpelt has some doubts in her mind. And then Smoke Thunder, who was hearing a nice story about Duckpelt, probably went to like reassure her that no, my mother is very, very appreciative of you and all the effort that you put towards her. But then she could kind of see that there was still some doubt in Duckpelt's mind, so she kind of gave up. And actually, I wonder, who did Smoke Thunder hear a nice story about Duckpelt from? I'm gonna say it's whoever Smoke Thunder has the closest relationship with, because I imagine they would be hanging out together. So Frostar. Okay, so she was hanging out with Frostar, and so Frostar was telling a nice story about Duckpelt. Right, and that makes sense. So that's why Smoke Thunder would then go to Duckpelt and say, I was just hanging out with my mother, and she was telling me, you know, a really nice story about you and how you helped her. But Duckpelt, you know, after the conversation with her brother, is still, like, is starting to have maybe a seed of doubt. Okay, Sandy Speckle is jealous that Smoke Thunder got to go to the last gathering. I think this is just him being excited to be a warrior, and maybe he wants to go as well. Although he would have been an apprentice at that time. Okay, and Scalepaw notices that Blue Stripe makes other clanmates laugh more than she does. Scalepaw, you don't have to feel jealous of your father, but you know what? I don't think it's jealousy. Like, Sandy Speckle was jealous of Smoke Thunder, but I think Scalepaw is probably looking, because she's a bit cold. She's turned out to have a bit of a cold personality. You know what it is? I think I know why Scalepaw, guys, has a cold personality. Because, you know, her mentor was Frostar. But I think she saw the vulnerabilities. I mean, she probably went into being an apprentice of the clan leader with a lot of pride and excitement, which she maintained. But I think when she saw the amount of vulnerabilities that Frostar has, and how weak she is and old she is and how much she slips up, and Scalepaw, I think she started realizing, or this is when she kind of formed an opinion, that Frostar is too old to be leader. She needs to step down, or there needs to be a change. And I think as a result, maybe she started emotionally distancing herself from Frostar based on what she was seeing. And so that's why she's cold, because she was kind of disillusioned with the clan leader after becoming the clan leader's apprentice, because the clan leader was not as, like, you know, immortal and all-powerful as maybe she thought when she was a kid. So I think that's what is happening over there. But anyways, and like, so she is cold, and she does have a difficult time maybe connecting with others more as a result. So I think maybe when she sees her father connecting with the other clanmates, she's probably thinking that, I wish I could do that too. And that's making her feel bad about herself. And I think that's what's going on over here. It's like self-reflection almost. So Blue Stripe, which clanmates were you making laugh more? We'll go and see who Blue Stripe is the closest to. The 2 cats he's closest to. And it's clanmates, so I think even family would count. So Iris Quiver and Bloom Freckle. Okay, so he seems to have become really close friends with Iris Quiver. Iris Quiver is like his best friend right now. And then obviously he's got his mate Bloom Freckle. So okay, that makes sense. So he was hanging out with his best friend and his mate and really making them laugh. And then Scaleron is thinking that, I wish I could do that just as easily as, my father's doing that. Okay, guys, so that's all we have for the camp interactions. I will, off camera, go ahead and actually check to see if our cats and their allegiances have changed whatsoever. And then when we come back in the next episode, I think we'll, take a little bit of a look to see, has anything changed? Or are all the split loyalties and allegiances the same? But okay, guys, with that said and done, I am going... Oh, wait. This is something that we don't need to jump into the next episode for. I want to see if there's been a shift in Child Stripe, Smoke Thunder, and Locust Leaf's relationships. So let's go and check that, because I think we're curious about it. So Smoke Thunder, feels a lot of comfort with Child Stripe, and that's kind of interesting. She starts to develop a lot of comfort because she has been spending a lot of time with Child Stripe being considerate. I think she understands that Child Stripe doesn't have feelings, but I don't think Smoke Thunder can let go of her feelings just yet. Locust Leaf, he's managed to develop a lot more comfort and trust with Child Stripe as well. And they were being lovey-dovey. They have 3 romantic I think before it was 2. I might be wrong. But it is improving. And the one I'm most interested about is, how does Child Stripe feel? So she still hates Smoke Thunder, apparently. But look, guys, she has full romantic for Locust Leaf, and she feels very secure with him. So actually, this is intriguing, because Locust Leaf has 3 romantic So it seems as though Child Stripe actually, guys, Child Stripe actually has more feelings for Locust Leaf than he has for her. She likes him more. But with the way her personality is, she doesn't express it or say it. And so Locust Leaf is having to be the bold one. And maybe in Locust Leaf's head, he's thinking that, he's the one who likes her more, so he's the one who has to put all the effort into pursuing her and convincing her why he's a great choice. But actually, he doesn't know this. Child Stripe likes him more. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, okay. Well. Child Stripe, if that's the case, maybe we can have some kids to show Locust Leaf, just how much we appreciate him? Maybe? I'd appreciate it. Okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm gonna leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.